I was just at home, relaxing, watching this Spider-Man movie, when an idea popped into my head. Could I make a Spider-Man helmet with my 3D printer? So I thought about it for a while and started doing some research. I went onto the amazing Maker World platform and started diligently looking for a really cool Spider-Man helmet that I could easily download and then precisely print on my trusty 3D printer at home. Basically, then, after searching for quite a while, I managed to find this one here. It looked really cool, so I went ahead, downloaded it, and started making it. I loaded my filaments into the machine, got everything ready that needed to be prepared, and we started printing. The first part I made was the front piece. This mask here is made up of several parts. So, the very first part was indeed the front, and it genuinely turned out really nice. Please take a good look. It came out with a really nice, vibrant red color. It uses some supports and turned out awesome. After that, we moved on to the second part, the black part around the eyes. That also turned out really cool. It looks super cool. Take a look. Nice finish. We went on to the white part, and the white part also turned out great. Lastly, we made the back part. But then you might ask me, why a back part? This helmet fastens at the back and closes just like Iron Man's helmet. You'll see the result later. But then, after everything, I realized my helmet was missing some lines. It's just red. So I started using a regular marker to paint. But then, I quickly realized that this action ultimately ended up completely ruining my beloved helmet. However, I then promptly grabbed all of my essential things, swiftly ran out of the door, and immediately went to the store to purchase a brand new acrylic marker. I bought these two markers and came back, but look at this, it actually made things even worse. And now I said, wow, I lost more than half a meter. But I had another idea and ran out again. I went to the store and bought spray paint and primer. So I went back home and started putting my idea into action. I meticulously painted the entire mask a pristine white, covering both the back and the front surfaces, and just look at how beautifully it's truly turning out now. Although, that first mark still stayed on it, but I said, maybe with the second coat, it'll come off. I actually like the white part. I could just leave it white, right? Let me know in the comments. So, while it was drying so I could give it a second coat, I started gluing the eyes on, okay? The eyes are a bit tricky because you have to apply glue and hold them in place, otherwise they end up falling off. So I did one eye and then did the other right after, okay? I glued them on like this with super glue and then held them in position. After a few seconds, it was stuck on. I reinforced it a bit with more glue and it turned out perfect. Then I just carefully repeated the exact same process on the other eye. And it also turned out really quite cool and impressive, I must say. Super glue, it stuck and looked good. I reinforced it a little with just a bit more glue here and there, and it turned out really well. And with that, I had time to go back and apply the second coat. So I left the eyes of the mask to dry and went to apply the second coat. A bit of paint here, a bit of paint there, and the black marks started to disappear. So we applied the second coat, and then right after it dried, we started on the red coat. Look at how it's turning out. It looks like it came straight out of the machine, freshly printed. The vibrant red is looking absolutely perfect. So we meticulously painted both the entire back section and the front portion in this beautiful rich red color. After quite a while, we finished and brought it inside. We started working on the lines, the ones that had caused problems before. So we took a little bit of acrylic paint and started trying to do each line with a brush. The paint stopped spreading, but it still wasn't perfect, though it was already much better than before. So after spending quite a while painting line by line, it turned out more or less like this. The front part was finished. Pretty cool, right? Then, we meticulously moved on to the back part of the project. And after quite a significant while, carefully painting line by painstaking line, we successfully managed to paint the entire back section. And we diligently kept on painting until it truly looked nice and aesthetically pleasing. Right after thoroughly painting both the back and the front sections, this is more or less precisely how the finished mask ultimately turned out, revealing its complete form. With the lines finished, we started thinking about gluing on the eyes. So, with everything ready and prepared, we started applying the glue and began attaching the eyes. So, we glued the right eye first and then the left eye. Then we put them in place and waited for a while for them to dry. While it was drying, we started applying the Velcro. Unfortunately, this mask is held together with Velcro. It's not held together with magnets like the others. So we tried to place 3 Velcro strips in strategic positions to make it easier to put on and take off. Take a look at how it turned out and let me know what you think. For the size of my head, this mask fit perfectly. It was snug but not too tight. So, if you liked the video, leave a comment about what you want to see in the next one. See you next time. This is Fabrica 3D.
What the hell? Ah!